lunch together with Andrew before she flies home. So
That'll
we've been
be
having a
fun.
good time together, haven't we?
You've been beyond good.
Tell them who's winning the cribbage tournament.
Oh, she whips me.
I have never beat my dad in cribbage before, and I
I was a
have
good teacher for her.
You were.
solidly beat you 4 out of 5 times. But he's going to his cribbage tournament this afternoon, so he might come home with a couple tricks. So we'll have
Tell me about
to
that.
play a couple games again tonight, Dad.
Oh my goodness.
Tell me again about your career and what you did when you were working, because that was very interesting to me.
When I was working,
For
Well,
Schmitz.
I only had a job. Schmidt Music Company in Minneapolis was the headquarters for pianos and music. We had 14 different stores across the Midwest, Minnesota, into about 3 different states.
North Dakota, where we
North-
live.
Oh yeah,
And you
yeah.
had just 1 or 2 years with them, right?
What's that?
Just 1 or 2 years with them?
46.
Wow.
46 years.
46 years, one job.
That's amazing.
Yep.
After the Navy, that's all I had. I never had a job after that.
And I worked there for a while, and
Oh,
my
yeah.
brother Mark worked there for a while, and Mom used to help out when you rented musical instruments, remember?
Yes.
When you rented instruments at the grade schools. Mom would help with that.
Oh, sure.
Remember that?
Oh, sure.
We had to take lessons. I was in a commercial when I was in, remember I was in that TV commercial in Fargo?
Oh, yes, in Fargo.
Your
That's
movie
right.
debut.
I was. I got paid blueberry pancakes. That was my payment.
Right on.
That was good. So yeah, we're having a good time this week. We're together for 5 days.
It's
it is
beyond
just,
good.
It's beyond good. It's great.
Yes, ma'am.
Love you, Dad. Thank you.
Well,
That's our movie. They'll send it to us.
well,
and
the
we
best
can-
job I ever had was the United States Navy.
You
How
didn't-
many years did you serve?
With them,
Uh-huh.
well, I probably was with them about close to 20 years.
And
then
you
I got,
were in the Navy when you got married, you said.
Yep,
Yep.
yep,
Always stationed in Minnesota.
that's correct. I never got out of the Naval Air Station, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
How
Never
did
gotta
you
leave
avoid
there.
that? How
Huh?
did you avoid leaving there in that time?
At Minnesota, you live with when you were born in it and you grow up in it. That's what it is. Are there days that are really questionable and bad? Yeah, some awful good days too.
You forgot to tell Drew how cold it is up there.
Well, I.
He's a big boy. He figured that out for himself, didn't he, Dad?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And tell me who the football teams are that you're rooting for that you told me earlier.
Well, for University of Minnesota is where we started because when we were young, we was on that course, and that got into the Vikings, and we became for almost 7 years first street on the Vikings.
Yep. And you were season ticket holders at the Vikings. You had season tickets at the Vikings for years and years.
For years and years, yeah.
Would sit outside when it was snowing, and he and my mom would tailgate in the snow.
They would
and-
tailgate out there. We would get early, and we would have parties, and the thing that was open. The police and nothing came in. Drinking,
There was no
Eating,
Uber back then.
making in the parents when they carts spilled in, they open the doors and out comes the booze and the food. They take the doors and there was thousands, and that was Minnesota.
That was it. That
you
was
had
it.
to drink to stay warm.
What's that?
You had to drink to stay warm.
Is that what the excuse was, Dad?
I'll tell you, if it's warm, it's warm. If it's cold, you live with it.
Right.
Do you like it? No, but you're there.
That's
Now
right.
tell me, you told me before, how many grandchildren do you have?
Right now,
Yep.
4.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. 4. So my brother has 2 kids, Matthew and Katie.
yeah,
And then there's Andrew and Emily.
yeah,
Yep.
Very nice.
yeah. Pretty lucky.
Very lucky.
Was there anything?
I
you
mean,
wanna say?
at 80 years old, which I was a couple of weeks ago, and it would just be something that in my life You know, I've had a good life, good family. I've been very lucky, and I'm proud.